Hey everybody, welcome back to my channel. I am Miss Roxanne's Daily Rambles. Today we are doing season 2, episode 2 of Iron Fist called The City's Not for Burning. Well, duh. So we start off with a guy goes into this, so basically it's in Chinatown, and so basically he needs to go get cash, and turns out that was a setup, and he gets beat up pretty bad by the Hatchets. I want to say that's who they are, and they literally hatchet him. And so he goes out into the street bleeding out. So Danny sees him, and he tells someone that was videoing the thing, like, stop videoing, dial 911, hello. But the guy died. And then we have Danny sees Mary, and they talk, and it turns out she is a very good artist, like super, super good. And she wants to do Tai Chi. She wants to learn how to do that. So she's trying to look for areas. So they go through Chinatown, and then she's starting to have an episode. She's just staring down the street, and she just kind of goes and has like a glazed look on her. And so she's at Danny asks if she's okay. She's like, oh, fine. Then she starts staring again. Just so he offers to take her back to his place and to like get some water. And he clarifies like, I have a girlfriend, just so you know. And because Mary, he got the impression that Mary was trying to hit on him, and he's very honest and stuff. So anyway, Wing is there, so it's slightly awkward, and Christine's like, "This is my girlfriend." She's like, "Yeah, yeah, okay." So then she's starting to have enough. So she's doing okay at first. She has some water and stuff, and they see she shares her artwork and stuff, which is very, very good. And then she's starting to have another episode, so she asks to use the bathroom. And then we have Danny and Colleen talk. Then Mary slightly comes down, but she's still off. And so she just comes down just enough for her to just kind of be brisk and least. First of all, she puts her hair in a ponytail. I don't know if that symbols another personality or anything, but she's just very snappish when she leaves. She's like, I gotta go. See you later. Bye. And then we have a Danny flashback to Kunlun training to face, I want to say, hang on, I want to make sure I get this name right. Hang on. Xiao La. And so basically, with that flashback, so it's to the death or till they yield is between Davos and Danny. So they have to fight their way, and they're in the actual like, Army costume, which is, and they also have the string like behind the hood. They have like this huge like ribbons like you see in the comics, but it's attached to each other, so like only the defeated person I guess has it or something. So then we go to the present day where Colleen talks to a guy, and basically they're gossiping about Mrs. Yang, who is a very important benefactor and helps out the city a lot, or Chinatown a lot, Mrs. Yang. And they gossiping and trying to find about Chow's location. And so then she goes to the shop. She gets ambushed, but she manages to handle it. And then she goes down and follows a wire and gets cornered, but she talks to them. And so they work it out. And then as she's leaving, the guy talks to her, and basically they know what's going on throughout the town, saying that the Hatchets are trying to take out the Tigers, and the guy's name is BB. And then we have Danny talks to the head Hatchet, and it doesn't really go well, and he's getting a little bit angrier, a little bit more often, and uses Iron Fist on the desk. So that's how it didn't end so well. Then a flashback where we have great fight scenes all around. It's really good. But Danny will not yield, and ooh, sorry. Davos is basically kicking Danny's butt, but Danny won't yield. And Davos couldn't really end him. I don't know why, because he doesn't like him now. So he couldn't do it because he had the opportunity to do it about a couple times, but he didn't do it. And he's only like, yield, darn it, just yield. And then we go back to the present day where Ward and assistant talk about Joy, and he kind of slams the assistant, and basically then she's starting to smarten up, and it's like there's only so much I can do or whatever. And basically finds out, and they talk about Joy, and it turns out she's going to this auction house. So Ward is going to go as well to talk to her. And then we have Joy's friend flirts with Davos. Then Ward crashes, and Ward and Joy talk briefly, and she knows about AA, but he was going to tell her, from what he said, he was going to tell her in person and do all that type of stuff because he was trying to help and trying to be like friendly and nice and stuff, but she's not really dealing with it. So they don't really end on really good terms, and basically tells them to leave. And so they basically they go to the back to look at the items for auction, and they want an item tonight. And the lady's like, no, like that's not happening. So Davos actually wanted to offer, but Joyce is like, let me just handle this, okay? And then Danny and Colleen talk about the triads and how like they're just trying to fill the void, like I said, the hand. And then we cut to Colleen feels bad about the kids that were trying to attack her and stuff. And so Danny suggests talking to another Yang, and that's at the same event where she works at. So the head Hatchet's wife is Mrs. Yang, who helps out the town where Colleen works. And they're having like a pie chow. They're having a gambling tournament thingy there with a Chinese or a game. Okay, it's a game that I do not know the name of. I forgot. So Danny suggests to do a parley, but it's technically too late. But she'll talk to him after Colleen like literally instills like, look, you do so much for this town. We really do appreciate it, but if this happens, there's going to be so much hurt happening. It'll be great if we just could just work it out and everyone could divvy up everything. So she says she'll talk to him, and she does, and it works. They volunteer. They won't do what they're going to do. And yeah. Then we have Joy and a friend get super drunk, and Joy suggests that Davos have a slumber party with the girl to create a scandal because her husband is a congressman and is up for re-election, and they can't really handle a scandal, so they want to blackmail her into giving her the relic. And so he does it begrudgingly while Joy records it, and she technically leaves the room. Then we cut to where a guy says that Danny will face the dragon, like the head person, because Danny actually managed to turn it around in the flashback. And so basically, I think I jumped the gun. Okay, so we cut to where Colleen was normalcy when she arrives back at the apartment. Then the flashback happens where Danny won't yield, turns it around, and the guy finally says that Danny will face the dragon. And Davos is not, of course, happy about it because he wanted to do it. But, Danny was ready to go for it and ready to destroy him. And he had more, I guess, conviction than Davos did. Then we got to the present day where the Hatchets meet with Davos. And he did a weird movement on the guy's neck as a hug because, like, he's saying, like, the shipment's off. Here's your money. I'm trying to coordinate peace. And so with that weird move, he said, well, let me greet you like a brother, but he does a weird neck thing, and he sits back in his chair, and I think that offed him because he kind of frozen and he looked like he was gone. And then we cut to where Mary called Colleen looking for Danny, and Colleen says that Danny's not here, and she's like, is this Mary? And she's like, yeah, sorry, I shouldn't have called. And then she hangs up, and we find out that Mary's been stalking Danny for a while with a note that says, stay away from Danny Rand. And that's the end of the episode. I give this episode an A. A couple of things I was just like, really? But overall, I really did enjoy it. What else happened? That's pretty much everything that happened. I literally just watched it. It was a pretty good episode. I really enjoyed it. The cinematography and Mary's it's going to be, like I said, going to be a very interesting character. I'm going to be very interested to see how that plays out. Anyway, that's going to do it for this video. So if you like this video, please go to like, comment down below. Tell what you think of the episode. Do you agree, disagree? So just like, comment down below, like I said, and any suggestions for any other TV shows, music, or movies. And then subscribe because it helps out the channel a lot. And I'll see you on my next video. Bye, everybody.